Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Indie Scene here on IndieRockRadio.ca. It's Bling sitting in the studio, going to play you the best of the independent music circuit tonight. And I got some new music coming up from Celestial Ruin all the way out of Vancouver, so stay tuned for that one, folks. We're going to go live in just a few minutes here. If you have any comments, you can simply just send them to me over here on our little comments section. If you are new to this show, just to explain to you what this is all about. This show has been running all the way back from I think 2004, and we've been supporting the independent music circuit all across Canada and the world for a long time. I've had many co-hosts and stuff on the show: Maria Zankowitz, Peter Young, and of course Dara Hemmings at the beginning, and great host and so on. And I have decided to keep the flame going along with this station and so on. So get ready, folks. We got some great interviews coming your way in the next while. Won't be on this show tonight. We're going to just play you some great music. If you want to know how good independent music is, you're in the right place here tonight. Well, let me get to the madness here. All right, there we go, folks. Welcome once again to another episode of Indie Scene here on IndieRockRadio.ca. It's Bling sitting in the studio playing you the best of the independent music circuit here on Indie Rock Radio. Coming up at 9 p.m., we're going to be here until 9 p.m. Coming up right after, we have got Kirk Bennett with the Prog Talk Show. So make sure you tune in for that one right after this. Just before the intro there, we were listening to 10th Planet all the way out of Toronto and a song called See Yourself. 10th Planet has been guest on the show for many years in the past, and waiting to find out what these guys are up to. And, you know, for sure, if anybody's going to find out, it's going to be me. That's for sure. Anyways, we're going to play you some great tracks here tonight. Coming up a little bit later, we're going to be promoting a brand new track. I just received it this week from Celestial Ruin, all the way out of Toronto. No, sorry, not Toronto, Vancouver, Canada. And if you remember their last track, Heart-Shaped Ashes, this one is even more kick-ass than the other one. So sit back, folks. If you're on Facebook Live right now or via YouTube, you can check us out live over there. And just to let you know, in order to listen to the great music and stuff, you still need to go to our website, which is www.indierockradio.ca. And we're going to continue on with one of those tracks right now. Here's a little bit of Against All Will, all the way from Texas, and a song called Swept Away here on Indie Scene with Bling. Hello, everybody out there in internet land. If you are interested in tuning into the show, you can catch us each and every Sunday night now. This is Indie Scene, back from a little bit of hiatus, and we are here to rock out your Sunday night. You can catch me from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time each and every Sunday night. And yeah, man, we'll be doing it live here. So if you have any comments whatsoever on the show, let me know what you think. You can jot them on down over here in our comments section. Also, if you're interested, you can tune in. Yeah, if you're wondering where all the music is and stuff, as you can see on the bottom of the screen here, you just got to drop into our website, which is www.indierockradio.ca, where you can listen live to all the music and listen to the show. And as I said earlier, coming up, we have got Prog Talk with Kirk Bennett at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Got some really great shows for you here on the station, and you just need to tune in. Well, I have a minute. I just wanted to thank some of our cool Facebook pages for helping us out here with the show and broadcasting us live. We've got the Calgary Jam Scene, Canadian Classic Rock. Hello to everybody over there. And we have also got the Montreal West Island community page. A very big thank you to Victoria Adeline, who's been a big supporter of our station throughout this venture. And big kudos to her. Also, what do we got? Yeah, the Ottawa Montreal Jam Scene. Thank you very much for broadcasting us also. And if you are interested in broadcasting the show on your page whatsoever, don't be shy. Share us, man. Let people know about this great little endeavor here. You can't have enough independent music rock shows. Let me tell you. It's just a great amount of music that we have circulating out there. And these people need the airplay because, of course, mainstream radio won't do their part. They act like they do, but they don't. Okay, we're going to go live here. Scarlet Sins, all the way out of Toronto, and an amazing track called Drown here on Indie Scene with Bling. It's indierockradio.ca if you're tuned in right now. Thank you and welcome aboard. We have got more great music on the way for you, folks. Just before that, we had Against All Will, and we have got more and more tracks. We got Special Ops for you tonight, a little bit of Vinyl Hero. We have got River Brooks, as always, and of course, Carolyn Faye. We always love supporting her. Great Montreal local. Anyways, if you do want to get your music played on the station over here, all you got to do is simply send me an email at music@indierockradio.ca. That's right. Music@indierockradio.ca is the proper channel. So all you got to do is send me your PK along with your MP3s of your album and a little bit of information about yourself, of course, which is the PK. And just send that off to me, man, and we'll review your music and let you know when you will be getting airplay. And if you're interested in doing interviews and stuff, we're all hip for that also. Right now, folks, we're going to continue on with a little Third Place is the name of the artist, and a song called Look at Me Now here on indierockradio.ca. You're tuned to Indie Scene with Bling. Hello, everybody on Facebook Live and YouTube. We are Indie Scene, and you can catch us each and every Sunday night from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, playing you the best of independent music, man. That's right, independent rock. If you don't know what an indie artist is by now, I'm going to give you a little hint. It's simple. Great local artists, bands that have put together some great music, who I think are just as good enough as anybody else who's been played on mainstream radio to get some airplay. And the only reason why they don't get airplay is the fact that they're not signed by labels. We're label free over here, man. We love the artist who is able to control their own career. And one of those artists who inspired us for many years now is from Montreal here. What am I thinking? I got music going in my background. Anyways, I will get the name back to you or whatever. But yeah, independent artists, man, giving them some airplay, and that's what we're all about. So please do your best to subscribe, support us over here on the station, and give us all the listenership that we need. And if you have a son or a friend or whatever, and you think their music is kicking ass enough to get on the station, I want you to continue to send us some more music. All you got to do is just send it to music at indierockradio.ca. Like I said, PK along with their MP3s so they can be heard. We've got music coming in here, submissions all the way from the UK. We've had stuff from Sweden. I'm going to be playing you some stuff from Italy a little bit later. And artists all across Canada and all across the United States. And it doesn't matter what part of the world you're in right now, folks. I want you to send me your music. You want airplay? We're going to get it for you. That's music at indierockradio.ca. Don't be shy if you got any comments. If you like what you're hearing and stuff, simply drop us a line over here on the comment section. If you want to hear the music, you got to go to our website, www.indierockradio.ca. Here you go, folks. You simply go to this website, click on listen live, and you'll get the player, and you'll be able to hear everything that I'm playing over here for you tonight. My favorite enemy's on right now. There we go, folks. Play the Angel in a song called Ready or Not here on IndieRockRadio.ca. It's the indie scene with Bling here. And yeah, I gotta love it when people call me when I'm on live on air. Anyways, what you need to do is just sit back and take a listen, folks. This is the return of indie scene here on IndieRockRadio.ca. What we do is we focus on specializing and featuring. Oh, yes, I love all those fancy words. The independent music circuit. So anybody who is interested in getting some music airplay, you're not signed by a label, this is your chance to get your music heard on the show. So make sure you send that on in to us, folks. It's music at indierockradio.ca. You can simply send us an email at indie scene at indierockradio.ca. We were just listening to before that Your Favorite Enemies and a song called Little Sister. Third place, Look at Me Now, and of course Scarlet Sins before that with a little song called Drown. All musicians from local Canadian music scene, but we have got some more great stuff coming up. I'll let you know. We got some stuff all the way from Australia. We got some stuff from Italy, and a few others. So this is a worldwide attack with the independent music circuit, man, and we're going to do our best to get it out there. So right now we're going to continue on with another local from Montreal here, an amazing artist. Oh, she's local or whatever, because of course she's made her home here in Canada, but the lady is from Scotland, and she's as Scottish as they are. My little sweetheart herself, Miss River Brooks. And here we go, folks, in a song called Break the Chains here on IndieRockRadio.ca. It's Indie Scene with Bling. Break the chains. All right, we got a few comments over here. Mm-mm. Hey, Roxy, good to see you. Gigi, Will, Larissa. Larissa Dawn is the lead singer of the group Celestial Ruin, so don't forget to say hi to her, folks. And we are going to be playing their brand new track coming up in just a bit, around 8:30. Gives her some time to call a few family and friends. I'll see if I can get that on for you, buddy. Okay? Mr. Will Clayfield. This is one of our bands out of Australia called Black Whiskey. A big kudos and a hello to Mr. Will Clayfield. Will, when you get a chance, private message me, and we'll see if we can set up an interview, man. And I love to say this: set up an interview tomorrow, because of course these guys are in Australia. Of course, 24 hours difference. I love that. I just need the lotto numbers, though, if you possibly can. Okay. Mm-mm. 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 Thank you very much, Brian. There we go. Hello, Benoit. Salut, Benoit Grenier, et bienvenue à le spectacle ce soir. There's a little bit of French from our native Quebec area. Welcome aboard, Benoit. It's good to see you, buddy. Okay. Yeah, talking about interviews, folks, we have got some great ones coming up. We're working on doing an interview with Larissa Dawn and the whole band, the Celestial Ruin. Along with that, we're looking at special ops, possibly some more amazing interviews, and also Spengali, all the way out of somewhere out in Canada. I don't know exactly which province, but this they just released a new album also. We're going to be getting them on the air. So stay tuned. A lot of great stuff coming up with NDC, man. We're kicking into this. Yeah. It's all about supporting indie rock artists, man. So There we go, folks. A little bit of tripping access and a song called Stick Like Glue here on IndieRockRadio.ca. It's Bling with another amazing episode of Indie Scene here on the station where we bring you the best of the independent music circuit from here and all the way around the world. Just before that, we had the Inflictors and Clap Hands. Starting everything off was Miss River Brooks, our local artist from over here, and Break the Chains here on Indie Rock Radio. Right now, folks, we have got our friends all the way in from Australia, an amazing band called Black Whiskey, and we're going to play one of their tracks right now, a song called Wild and Free for you. So if you want to tune in and listen to that song, if you're on Facebook Live or YouTube right now and you're going, how do I hear that song, man? There's no music playing on this thing. That's right, we don't, because, of course, the Facebook police would come and bite us right in the little tuchus if we did so. And I just wanted to say something about that. Recently, I've gotten all these threatening messages from Facebook and stuff like that, threatening me with Warner Brothers and all these different record labels saying that I was against copyright infringement, okay? And a lot of people here know all that crap's been going on, and it's pretty crazy because even to the point where artists themselves will post something on their site, on their Facebook, and they will get a letter saying that you're against copyright infringement. How can they do that when they are the artists? So that's how silly this has gotten. So, of course, me having the balls that I have, I got on there and I says, no, I am not putting up with this because I follow the rules every single week. And if something that is coming out of my headphones constitutes copyright infringement, then I am freaking guilty. Okay, so of course I applied my rebuttal to them with those exact words. Got a message back this week, said they've withdrawn from their claim, so we are clear in sailing. So if you want to listen to this song right now, you need to get yourself on board www.indierockradio.ca. Click on listen live and get that player going because I am about to click this shit on. So here we go. Black Whiskey and Wild and Free all the way from Australia. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you to everybody who's listening in right now. Hope you're enjoying the show. Hello to everybody out there in YouTube and Facebook land. Everybody on our social media here. This is Indie Scene, one of the best damn independent music shows you'll ever find online here. And we bring you the best of the independent music circuit from here and all around the world. So if you're looking for something to do on a Sunday night, this is the place to be. 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right after this show, you can find, of course, Mr. Kirk Bennett, who will be doing his wonderful spectacular each and every week. Amazing show called Prog Talk. So stay tuned for that, folks. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're located all the way up in Montreal, Canada right now. Broadcasting live, baby. And I've been doing this for many years now, and this is my passion. This is my love, getting that music out there. So if you have some music you want submitted to the station and get some airplay, all you need to do is just simply send us an email at www.indierockradio.ca. It's music@indierockradio.ca for all your music submissions. Please don't send it to the general email. It becomes very frustrating for me. There we go. Amazing track from a band all the way out of Italy called Panatico Rose, and a song called The Revenge. Just before that, we had another track flipping all the way to the other side of the world, or somewhere in between there, to Australia, an amazing band called Black Whiskey, and a song called Wild and Free here on indierockradio.ca. It is Indie Scene with Bling. You are tuned here all the way up until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I'll be playing you the best of the independent music circuit. Coming up at 9 p.m., we have got Prog Talk for you with Kirk Bennett, so make sure you stick around for that show. I think he's got an interview going on tonight, and you might want to tune in for that one, folks. I think it's a 1 or 2-parter, too. But anyways, amazing music going on. Love the audience that's tuned in. If you have any comments, you can come join us over on Facebook Live or on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, and you can find us at Facebook at /indierockradio.ca, and of course Indie Rock Radio on Facebook. On YouTube, you can find us over there on our channel. We are broadcasting live right now this show, and we will be doing so each and every Sunday night for Indie Scene. I just wanted to let you know you can also catch me on air on Saturday nights. I usually do this thing called Time Well Wasted, where I play you the best of independent music and classic rock and keep you busy. And I've been doing that ever since this whole COVID-19 thing started, just to make sure that everybody is nice and cozy and has something to do instead of getting out there and mingling with people and not keeping their social distance and stuff. Please, people, I know the weather is getting great, and it's really frustrating to have to be locked down in your house and stuff all the time. Nobody's saying that you have to be, but please, whatever you do, keep the social distancing, keep the masks on, do whatever it takes to make sure that you are safe and that this pandemic does not turn into something more horrible than what it is. We all want to get out of this thing without a scar, and we want to make sure that this thing is out of here soon, because we got the summer coming up here, and we definitely need a big break from all this. So make sure you keep yourself safe out there, folks. Do it. Coming up right now, we're going to get a little bit more heavier. We've got some great new music coming your way with Celestial Ruin at about just about 8 o'clock, 8:30 or whatever. In between that time, I'm going to play you a nice spotlight and let you know all about their music and stuff. I'm going to play you a few tracks from them. So along with their brand new release, which is going to be broadcasting right here on this station tonight. Brand new, fresh off the press, man. They are releasing their album slowly, and I'm telling you, man, you're going to love this track that I got. I've heard it already, of course, and I'm telling you, I'm blown away. So here we go, folks. Walls of Deception and a band called Sectas over here on indierockradio.ca. It's Bling, Indie Scene in the house, man. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Will. And yeah, look forward to having these guys come to our wonderful country over here. I mean, after all, we are all part of the Commonwealth or whatever. So, definitely love to see these guys come play Canada anytime soon. And thanks a lot for the music. And we'll be in touch with you shortly. See if we can get these guys on for a interview over here on Indie Scene, which we're going to be doing via Facebook Live and stuff. And whenever we do the interviews, that's the way it's going to be. This week, hopefully, we're looking at interviewing Celestial Ruin, which we're going to have as our spotlight artist here tonight on the show. So make sure you stay tuned for that. It's coming up at about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about half an hour away. Tonight's show is brought to you by PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon. I'm not a drinker. Usually, it's very rare that I drink a beer or so. So I just felt like it was a nice, beautiful weekend this weekend. So I got myself a couple of beers and said, "What the hell? Why not?" It's all shits and giggles, baby. Want to also thank Pete Dumoulin. If you check on our Facebook page or whatever, we still have the interview that we did last Sunday with Mr. Pete Dumoulin, who's got his album coming out soon, and looking forward to that coming out. Another local artist. By the way, any one of these artists, you can click on the song on our player and find out where you can purchase the albums. I want you all out there supporting these independent music artists as much as you can. Go out there, buy the album. Just click on the link on our player, and it will bring you to wherever it is sold, Amazon or whatever GarageBand or wherever they have posted their albums to be sold. So make sure you get out there and support them. Pick up the album, man. If you want to hear the live music, folks, you got to go visit our website here at www.indierockradio.ca. We're pretty much on this social media stuff just for communication with our audience. If they have requests or if they have comments made or whatever, this is pretty much what we're here for. If you really want to hear the music, like I said, go to the website. Click on the front page. You're going to see this button that says Listen Live. It will bring you right to our player, and you can listen to the show live. Keep in mind, we are not a podcast. We are a 24/7 radio station. So during the week, if you're at work or at home, working from home, you can simply just click on the player and listen to some really great classic rock and independent music all the way throughout the week. So make sure you tune in. Right now, we are going to take a little bit of a break. I'll be back at you in just a couple of seconds. Yeah, I'm back, baby. This is the email address, by the way, where you need to send your PK and your music if you want to be live on the show for an interview, or you want some airplay on our station. Just simply send it to us here at music@indierockradio.ca. If you want to listen live, it's simple. indierockradio.ca, and you can hear the music definitely. If you just tuned in, this is Indie Scene with Bling. You can catch me each and every Sunday night from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I'll be bringing you the best of the independent music circuit from here and around the world. Hello, everybody out there in Facebook and YouTube land. Welcome to IndieRockRadio.ca, and this is a show called Indie Scene with Bling. I am your host, bringing you the best of the independent music circuit. If you want to listen live, you got to go to www.indierockradio.ca. Going to be going live in just a sec. Just going to do some commercials here. There we go, folks. We had to pay a little bit of bills over here at the station. Want to thank our sponsors, Costa Vegan Bolognese Sauce, and of course, our other sponsor, Healed Orchard, who's been with us from the beginning. Thank you very much for all your help and love over here on the station. If you just tuned in, folks, this is Indie Scene with Bling, returning to the airwaves. We've been on a little bit of hiatus, a few months now or whatever, just trying to focus more on getting the station up and running and building a lot more content and stuff for you listeners. But of course, this show spotlights on the artist itself, the independent music artist, and we give it all the airplay it possibly needs. So if you're interested in finding out a little bit more, you tune into the station during the week. Of course, we are a 24/7 station online and broadcasting here live from Montreal. We've got some cool shows and stuff. We got every type of music you can think of. We got Jackie Blue, who sits in each and every Friday and Saturday night from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and she has a little show called Jackie Blues Jukebox Jamboree, where she plays you like oldies. Yeah, man, like old stuff like Elvis and Chuck Berry and of course the Big Bopper, the whole nine yards, man. She plays you some really great kick-ass music. So if you love that type of music and you're looking for a place where do they play some great old oldies like that, that's the show to check out. Also, we have another independent music show or whatever where he just plays a lot of great music out of the United States and stuff, and that is our good friend Mike Tiffany and Midnight Madness, which you can catch each and every Friday night from 9 p.m. all the way up until 1 a.m. It's a 4-hour long show. Gets a little bit heavy after 11 o'clock or whatever, with a lot more of the hardcore metal type of stuff. But amazing job from Mike Tiffany each and every week for that. And of course, this you can catch me on Saturday nights for a show called Time Well Wasted, where I play classic rock and indie rock, along with our other friend here, Mr. Kirk Bennett, who's going to be coming up in just a couple hours' time. It's now 7:44 in the studio. He'll be on around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you tune into that show tonight, folks. Right now, we're going to continue on with the music here on Indie Scene. We've got a band all the way out from Vancouver. It's a little bit of punk rock. So if you are shy of listening to some heavy, cool music or whatever, get ready to put your headphones on, or just sit back and get ready, because we got all kinds of music here for you. Here we go, folks. Kill Matilda and a song called She's a Killer here on IndieRockRadio.ca. It's Bling sitting in the studio. Indie Scene, baby. Sorry, folks, if you hear a little bit of grunting and noises from me, it's because I love humming to the music. It's my thing. So down, 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 down. This is the address if you want to get your music played or an interview or anything like that on the show. You simply just have to email me at this email address here, and we'll review your music and get back to you. Let you know when you get some airplay. And here we go. Hey everybody, if you just tuned in over here, hello to the West Island community, Calgary Jam page, Jam sessions, Ottawa and Montreal gigs. And of course, like I said, West Island community page. We are broadcasting live from there. And everybody else who's broadcasting this show, this is Indie Scene with Bling. You can catch us each and every Sunday night from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we bring you the best of the independent music circuit. Mm, mm. If you want to check out the show, folks, you got to go to our website. It's www.indierockradio.ca. Got a little Swingale going on right now. There we go, folks. A little bit of Swengali for you. And just before that, we had Sarajevo 84, a band all the way out of Russia. And of course, the Fury, Beauty Queen. And starting everything off, we had Kill Matilda all the way out from Vancouver, BC. And a song called She's a Killer here on IndieRockRadio.ca. It's Bling in the studio for another episode of Indie Scene here, where we play you the best of the independent music circuit. And we have got coming up in just a few minutes there, we're going to be doing a spotlight on Celestial Ruin, who's coming out with a brand new album soon, and we are going to be releasing a brand new track for them tonight here on the show. So sit back right now, folks. We got the dudes for you in a song called Pretty Little Lies right here on IndieRockRadio.ca. It's Bling in the studio. Yeah, well, you're going to be able to catch us all the way up until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where Mr. Kirk Bennett will be taking the helm at 9 for Prog Talk. So if you're a big fan of prog music, you can tune in later this evening at 9, coming up in just under an hour. Yeah, definitely a song that I think we all can appeal to, and a song called "What Day Is It" by an amazing artist out of Ontario named Just Julian. And we are going to have her on the show definitely soon too. She's just an amazing, amazing musician, and that is such a cool song. So if you're looking for your theme song for COVID-19 relaxation, that is pretty much the song. She's been hanging out in her country place under of course COVID-19. Seclusion, shall we say? But she's always sitting by a campfire doing some live stuff online. Anyways, just before that, folks, we had who were we playing? Let me check right now. I'm just gonna get myself lined up over here for our next artist, and let's see exactly who were we just playing. Yes. Just before just Jillian, we were playing the Dudes and a song called "Pretty Lies," and a track from Sven Galley, "You Won't Break Me," another group that we're going to have doing an interview very soon in the next little while, next week or so. They have just released a brand new album, Sven Galley, and I think it's about time they come on to the show. Um, Anyways, that is that for now. Moving on, it is time for a brand new track here tonight. We have got an amazing band that we ran into just when we started the station off in November, and they were getting phone calls like you wouldn't believe. I was getting messages, all kinds of stuff, and everybody requesting this song. It ended up going directly to the one of our most on air played songs on the station or whatever, and everybody's going, "Where the heck is that?" This band is out of Vancouver, BC, Canada, and it is an amazing group that was put together. Husband and wife team. The bassist of the band and the lead singer, of course, are married, along with their amazing guitarist and drummer. There is no better than this band, man. They are a real kick-ass, and I think the next big thing to come out of BC. I'm simply talking about a band called Celestial Ruin. I'm going to play the first track that was a big hit for you back then, which is called Heart-Shaped Ashes. And right after that, folks, we are going to be releasing the first time ever here on IndieRockRadio.ca. And literally, the song just came out on Friday. And we've got it for you here on Sunday night, Indie Scene Live. This is going to be one kick-ass album, let me tell you. Celestial Ruin. So let's get to it, folks, and start off everything with their last big hit over here on the station, which is called Heart-Shaped Ashes. And then right after that, their new song called Last Chance here on IndieRockRadio.ca. You're tuned to Indie Scene with Bling. Believe in I am. Your way. London. And here it is, folks. All brand new from Celestial Ruin. Here we go, folks. A song called Last Chance here on IndieRockRadio.ca. I'm going to try and see if I can get the track up for you guys over here out in Facebook land. And there we go, folks. Celestial Ruin and a brand new track called Last Chance here on IndieRockRadio.ca. We have already got this track up in rotation, and man, it is doing well, just like the last one we heard. And so just before that, folks, we had Heart Shaped Ashes from Celestial Ruin. Looking forward to getting them on to the show and see what's coming up with that new album of theirs. I do know they've been doing a lot of recording out of California, but one good kick-ass album to look forward to, with not within 2020 being released, guaranteed by 2021. One of the most kick-ass albums to come out of Vancouver, BC, Canada. So stay forward to it. Anyways, you're tuned to Indie Scene with Bling, and this is the show to listen to on a Sunday night from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will play you the best of the independent music circuit. Coming up at 9 p.m., folks, in just a few, about 45 minutes from now, we've got Kirk Bennett and Prog Talk coming up. But we are going to continue on with the music. Here we go, folks. This is a group called One and a song called Today Will Last Forever here on IndieRockRadio.ca. It's Bling in the studio. Now, for you folks on social media here, I'm going to play you the new track from Celestial Ruin. If you didn't get to hear it on the radio itself, I'm going to play it for you live here, so that way we can do a show after, and you get an idea of who I'm talking about. So hold on, let me punch this together here and see how we can get this all together. Okay, hold on. And I want to get this. Okay. All right. And hold on. I don't want to. And you'll love the picture they have also, which is a really cool. There we go. I'm just going to go into the screen share mode here. And here we go, folks. We're going to share the screen here. I get this thing up and running, and there we go. And let's get this track playing here. Oh, what the heck? There we go. Amazing track from Celestial Ruin. I hope you enjoyed that. If you're interested in finding out more, we're going to have a live interview coming up very soon from them, and we're going to find out when this album is being released soon. Um, all right, I just want to turn that off now. Boom, 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 boom. It's hard controlling everything at once, having all these songs playing in your head and everything else going on. So yeah, there you go. Celestial Ruin, a brand new track called Last Chance, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm still getting used to the helm over here with all this video stuff. Got more great music on the way here. It's only 8:24, so we still got another little over a half an hour left of some great music. So sit back, folks. Prog Talk coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Kirk Bennett. And if you tuned in for the first time, we are indierockradio.ca, and I want you to keep tuning in throughout the week. We are a 24/7 channel. And if you have any comments, you're listening in and you want to let us know what you think, there you go. Do what you got to do. Leave a comment. I just wanted to make a quick announcement also, folks. A good friend of mine from the radio business, sales department, an old radio station that I was working at, now working in Ottawa, just had himself a brand new baby. And I just wanted to say hello and welcome Henry Alexander Stone, who was just born on June 13th. And amazing looking, cute little kid. Congratulations to Alex and his wife. Just saying, Josiane, sorry, Josiane and Alex for an amazing child that they brought to the world. Congratulations to you both. And if you seen the smile on their face, you would understand what I'm talking about. Anyways, continuing on, folks, if you want to tune in and listen to the music, you just got to go to indierockradio.ca. If you want to get your music submitted, this is the email address that you want to be sending your stuff to over here. That's why I've kept it up for a little while. So if you have any submissions whatsoever, you can do so. There we go. I'll keep that scrolling on the bottom. And there we go, folks. A little song for you from a band called Soma Master, and a song called Safe Harbor. Just before that, we had October Sky would hit the ground, and a band called One. And today will last forever at the top of everything. Coming up, folks, we have got more great music for you. In just a little bit, we have got half an hour from now, Prog Talk, which is going to be kicking your butt. I think he's got a live interview tonight. I'm just going to send Kirk a message and find out and get that information out for you. Anyways, my next track I want to play for you, and like I was telling you from the beginning, independent music artist or whatever, and one of the main reasons why I started this station was the fact that there was a lot of great musical bands. You ever heard that thing? It's like, oh man, that's a good band. They're really underrated and so on. This happens constantly to these bands because why they're running as independent artists and they're still, I mean, we've gotten a little bit more respect along the way, but there's still a lot more respect that these bands need or whatever. And just because they ride as an independent artist without a label does not mean they don't deserve airplay. And the next band that I'm about to play for you is an amazing band out of the Western section of Canada. They're called Run the Red Light. And once you hear this track, you'll understand what I'm talking about. This definitely should be getting mainstream airplay as far as I'm concerned, along with all the other great artists that we play here on the show. So sit back. Here we go, folks. Here's Run the Red Light and a song called Miracle here on IndieRockRadio.ca. You're tuned to Indie Scene with Bling. My God. Jonathan. Save us. Hey, everybody, if you just tuned in, welcome to our Facebook and YouTube channel where we broadcast live for you here. Amazing show called Indie Scene here on indierockradio.ca. This is basically our way of communicating with the audience. And we've got some great stuff happening. Also, we do our live interviews on here, so you got to stick around to our Facebook page and our YouTube page, and you'll see some of these great interviews that we've got lined up. One of them being Celestial Ruin, who we're working on getting an interview with, along with Mrs. Brooks herself, River Brooks. We've got also Sven Galley we're looking at doing an interview with. If you want to see one that we just started recently, we have got Mr. Pete Dumoulin, who we have posted on our Facebook page, and you can go check that out anytime you want. He was stopped by last Sunday for an interview here at the station, and Had a great time hanging out with him. So we're just continuing on with the music. It's now 8:37, so just a bit there. Mr. Kirk Bennett is coming up. Got some special ops coming up. Mm. Oh my God, the internet is slow tonight. Good. I hate that when I miss my cue. All right, folks. So it is now time for me. I'm going to drop off on the whole visual thing right now and continue on with the show. I just wanted to remind you to stay tuned. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mr. Kirk Bennett will be taking the helm for Prague Talk. If you are interested, once again, in getting your music submitted to the station or getting yourself an interview on the show, as you can see scrolling on the bottom, you need to send us an email at the following address here: music@indierockradio.ca, and you can get yourself on the show. Also, if you have any private comments or whatever about the show, or to find out a little bit more about how it goes, we also have indie scene at indierockradio.ca is our other email address. You can reach me direct there. Um, Anyways, thank you very much to Celestial Ruin for sending us that brand new music tonight, and hopefully we hear from them soon with that album. I am looking forward to that album punching out, and we are pushing to get an interview with them. So stay tuned, folks. We will get that for you. Until then, thank you very much for tuning in over here on indierockradio.ca. Continue to listen because we are 24/7 playing you the best of classic rock and independent music. indierockradio.ca. All right. I'll see you all again next week. Until then, toodaloos. God bless you. Stay safe and kick ass. Sit back and listen to the radio. Turn it up and turn it up loud.